Oh yes, Nama Om Vishnu Vedaya Krishna Prishthaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Paschat Satarine Nama Om Vishnu Vedaya Radhikaya Priyatmane Sriman Bhakti Vedanta Narayan Niti Namine. So it's Ekadashi. This Ekadashi is called Sayana Ekadashi. As everyone was watching on the videos of Puri, Lord Jagannath came back. The day before Ekadashi, he travels up to the main temple again. And there they do some special puja. One of the special pujas are that, okay, Lord Jagannath has helped all the entities from the earth all the way to Swargaloka. All 7 different planetary systems he has helped. So when he gets back, he gets to go in. He's going to go back into his main place, his kingdom. So he does a puja to purify all the 7 planetary systems, the lower planetary systems. Now one could say, well, this is not involving me, but actually he is purifying those types of sins that people who are either in or who are going to the 7 planetary systems below. So that includes us. We have probably done something to deserve to go to the lower planetary systems. I'll just try to read this as best I can. And I hope my voice is strong enough. Sayana Ekadashi. Sayana Ekadashi comes during the bright fortnight of the month of Ashada, which is June, July. It signifies the beginning of Chaturmasya. This Ekadashi is also known as Hari Shayan or Dev Shayan. Shayan means to lie down and, of course, to go to sleep. On this Ekadashi, Sri Hari announces, I am tired. I cannot work or walk anymore, and I will go to the ocean of the milk and rest for some time. Following the example of their Lord, the Devatas, the demigods, also take this time for rest, thus giving Ekadashi its alternate Dev Shayan name. Besides the chanting of Harinam, the remembrance of the Lord, the glorification of his devotees, there is no way to deliver the conditioned living entities. Even if everything on earth is going wrong and everyone has very low-class qualities, Kirtan will be the solution. Srila Gurudev often told us that even though we are very fallen, we should simply engage in Hari Kirtan, Hari Smarnam, Hari Seva. Guru Vani. Guru Vani means the words. Guru Vani, the words, the teachings of Guru are our life and soul. They are our only support. we sincerely are trying to follow his words, our life will be successful. Even if even if right now we have so many faults and we have so many mistakes that we make. If others criticize us for all this, we should not feel so bad about it. People say many things, but we must not care for what they're saying. We must only care for bhakti alone, trying our best, the best that we can, to avoid making mistakes. We should anyway attempt to follow the instructions of Gurudev. In this world, people are always finding faults in others. This is their speciality in this age. But this fault finding is useless. It will not deliver us from this world. Only Hari Seva, only Hari Guna Gana, association with the divine qualities of Hari and association with the divine devotees of his can do all this. There is no other way. Thus, especially on this Sayana Ekadashi, we should try to remember the Lord and do kirtan in his name. It is said in the Bhagavad Gita, Yat Yat Charanam Shreshta. Whatever a great devotee does, ordinary men will follow. When a great person or high authority goes and takes rest, all the workers and all the subordinates think the same way. Today is a holiday. No more duties. Now we're free. Similarly, when the word spreads that the Supreme Lord is going to take rest, everyone in the universe will want to take some rest as well. Of course, in the Christian world, all the schools and officers are closed on Sunday, following the example of God, who needs to take the seventh day off. Thus, on Sunday, everybody feels carefree and sleeps in. On Sayana Ekadashi, Lord Hari decides to take some rest for 4 months. The 4 months of Chaturmasya. As the Devatas, as the demigods, follow his examples, they also stop their duties. Thus, performance, such as the Shraddha ceremonies, which are wedding ceremonies, they all stop. For someone on the path of bhakti, such practices are always irrelevant, for they are rooted in the process of dharma, jnana, yoga, and thus only disrupts bhakti process. They disrupt Bhakti Devi and they cause her suffering. Yet, starting from Sayana Ekadashi and continuing for 4 months, all these programs are stopped, turning this time into a very good chance to focus on bhakti only. Srila Vyasadeva thus happily explains, O Bhakti Devi, karma, jnana, and yoga will not disturb us anymore. They are gone for now. They are all taking their rest. This makes Bhakti Devi shy of relief. She says, now that they have gone to sleep, I have no more tension in my mind. So it's a good time for doing Hari Bhajan, because it's also the rainy season. And a sannyasi shouldn't move in the rainy season. It's too difficult. so he should just stay in one place. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he stayed at the Ranganath temple, where he met Gopal Bhatta Goswami and his father and relatives. And he established the supremacy of Radha. And the uncle of Gopal Bhatta Goswami, he was so inspired that he wrote Radha Rasa Sudhanidhi, Radha Rasa Sudhanidhi by Pramodananda Saraswati. That was all written because of the inspiration of Lord Chaitanya during this time of Chaturmasya. He stayed 4 months right there at the Ranganath temple. Desiring not to desiring not to be bothered during the day, a clever caretaker will make a very big and rich breakfast for everyone, leaving all those who partake it to become very tired soon after even eating. And a pretty good trick, let them go to sleep. All the nice preparations. Retreating to their bedrooms will they will rest until late afternoon or even evening. And this way the caretaker has no tension from the people during the day. Similarly, Krishna is a very clever person. By telling everyone that he will take off for 4 months, he induces all those who don't follow in the line of bhakti to also take rest for the same time period. During Chaturmasya, the followers of karma, jnana, and yoga do not engage in any form of jnana, vrats, and tapasya. They consider these all austerities. To whom would they give their offerings anyways? Thus, all the activities come to a stop. That's a good way to see it. Krishna wanted them to take rest, because Krishna doesn't stop his leelas during this time. During this time is the best time for swing festivals. Kavi Kanapur is written about the swing festivals very nicely. How beautiful they are. And they start during this time. And they go all the way up until Rakshabandha. So, now, Bhakti Devi, on the other hand, became more active after Sayana Ekadashi, inviting all her followers to join her. She says, "Come with me and submerge yourself in unbroken flow of devotional service by continuously following the 9 limbs of bhakti. By doing so, all your problems will surely go away and never return." After Adi Guru, Brahma, created all the living entities, the Devatas, the Rishis, the Maharishis, the human beings, the animals, and all the lower entities, he observed that he had no control over them at all. He then wondered, how can I support everyone if I don't have the capacity to discipline any of them? You know, how am I going to control them? I don't have the capacity to discipline these guys. Feeling helpless, he remembered the Supreme Lord Hari. Wherever Brahma needs the Supreme Lord's help, he meditates upon him, and soon after that, the Lord directly appears before him. On one occasion, Lord Brahma squeezed or he sneezed, excuse me. All he did was sneeze, and the Lord came out from the nostril of Lord Brahma as Varaha Dev. At other times, different Shaktivesh avatars came, and many rishis appeared from his mind. So at this time also Brahmaji invited the Lord to appear and solve the big problem, all the issues that he was having with all the jivas. Seeing the Lord's continuous efforts, in other words, Brahma's efforts, Brahma told the demigods, I called Prabhu, which means Krishna, to this world, but now I realize that I'm making him work harder than me. I never allow him to rest. We should pray to him, Prabhu, for 48 hours every day. You are always 24, excuse me, for 24. Well, it probably seems to him like 48. So it's 24 hours every day. You are always engaged in our service. So please, you take some rest. Just see how the Lord is simply standing in one place on the altar. In his deity form, he is continuously standing there. He cannot even sit for a minute. Just see how merciful he is. This world is so strange that we don't even offer the personality of Godhead a chair or a seat or ask him to come. Thus, Thakurji simply stands silently there. It is surely becomes of the it's because of this, the aparad, that everyone in this world is so sad. We never serve the Lord properly. We never think of making him happy. How can I make him happy? Luckily, Lord Brahma has pure intelligence. Hearing Brahma's appeal, all the rishis and demigods prayed, O Prabhu, if ever you were happy or pleased with us, then please take some rest right now. In South India, Bhagavan Vishnu is present in his deity form as Ananta Padmanabha. I think that's in, what is it? Trivandanam, yeah. In that form, he is never standing. He's actually, Rangaji is also laying down all the time. In that form, he is never standing. He is always sleeping. For 2 months, he lies down on his left side with his head resting on his left hand. That's nice to know. And for the rest of the 2 months, he turns and lies down on his right side. Lakshmi Devi is massaging his feet, while his other potencies like Bhu, Leela, Kaveri, and Goda Devi fan him and perform other services to him. So he's resting and everything. First he's looking to the left. Then he's looking to the right. At this point, I feel good because Lord Jagannath is going in to take that rest, and to the left is Lakshmi. So at least she's going to get a little bit of association with him. And it's not mentioned here, but I feel that the 4 months, for us, 6 months of our time is equal to 1 day of celestial time. So more than likely, this 4 months has something to do, because it comes every year. It has something to do with the time for resting of the demigods. Like you take rest at night, well, they take rest. It would seem to me like that. Thus we see that the deity of the Lord is sometimes standing, sometimes sitting, sometimes even laying down. Padmanabha and Rangaji are laying down. As Sayana Ekadashi marks the beginning of Chaturmasya, many bhaktas start to observe a vrat from that day onward. Such was the case as well in an ashram where recently many brahmanas had arrived. Every morning the brahmacharis would approach their guru and receive instructions. One day of Sayana Ekadashi, the guru then said, "From today onward and for the next 4 months, we will take Lord Vishnu's prasadam only one time a day. The rainy season is now starting. During this time, innumerable souls become trapped in the sky and the air by their own karma. When it rains, the water acts as an intermediate for those souls to descend to this world. Being present in the rainwater, those souls enter into the living entities who drink that water, making them restless. And the restlessness turns into procreation. So that because they want to be born, all these, even in the Bhagavad Gita it says, but these are the highly elevated souls. They come down in the rain. They come down in the rain. And of course there's so much rain during the rainy season that there's many of them. But they come down the rain, they enter into the grains also. And when the people eat the grains, then they also go into the bodies of the human beings. Now, that is one way. But I have to relate the story. In 1976, the scientist of International Society for Krishna Consciousness, Bhakti Swarup Damodar, was with Srila Prabhupada right there in Washington, D.C. They had just got a temple in Potomac. It's a pretty nice place. And so Prabhupada would take his walk in the morning. As he was talking in the morning, he would talk about cockroaches. Now, somebody would say, that's a really strange subject matter to talk about cockroaches in the morning. So Prabhupada looks at Swarup Damodar Maharaj, and he's a scientist. He says, cockroaches are born from sweat. And then, of course, Swarup Damodar says, no, Prabhupada, they're not born from sweat. I can even show you the eggs of cockroaches. And Prabhupada sort of chuckles. It's okay. So then, day after day, he gave some hints. Finally, putting it all together, the conclusion was this. Yes, the living entities, they descend in the rain, they go into the grains. But these are the living entities who are pious. Those who have done sacrifices and things like that. But those who are not pious, and I'm not talking about the ghosts and hobgoblins and anything like that. I'm talking about Rakshasa. Rakshasa are most powerful. Not only that, that Duryodhana was taken over by a Rakshasa. So you can't say it was totally his doing. No, he was taken over by a Rakshasa. So Prabhupada was pointing out that yes, and he explained, the sweat of somebody that is eating, a meat eater, is different than any other sweat. So that sweat attracts a Rakshasa. He wants that. He wants that situation. Actually, there's a sweat it's pungent, it's real pungent sweat. It smells. And it's a sweat that when you're angry, when you're lusty, when you're sick, and in that way. So this type of sweat will attract the birth of a Rakshasa. So that's the other way that living entities take birth. So here the Guru was telling them all about the living entities coming in to the drinking water, coming in the air and falling on top of them and everything. So he said, just eat once a day. Don't eat more than once a day. Through the rain waters, the descending souls also enter all the plants, crops, which grow lavishly during that time. Since eating such crops will make the mind restless and lusty, we should only eat fruits, roots for the next 4 months. We will boil our drinking water and drink only once a day. As we are starting our Chaturmasya Vrat, we will further follow the Vrat austerities as described in the scriptures. We will sleep on the bare ground without a bed or even a mat, and we will eat without using our hands, and just like the cows eat grass. This will be our vrat. Without disturbing anyone, we will focus only on bhakti yoga. Now, not used to all these austerities, the new brahmacharis were very disturbed by hunger and thirst for the most part of the day. Generally, the new devotees struggle even to follow temple etiquette and the rules when they first arrive. Their uncontrolled senses make them want to do... Let's see. Wait a minute here, the page, please come up. There we go. They wanted to eat all day long, from early morning until the night, just like the goats who eat and pass continuously. Following their guru's instructions, the brahmacharis would attend Harikatha classes in the morning and then take care of the cows all day long. In the evening, after returning to the ashram, they would milk the cows, cook the sweet rice, kheer, for the Lord Vishnu. Finally, after finishing all their activities, they would all partake in a small portion of this kheer prasadam. Once a day, one meal. Seeing that the cows were giving a lot of milk, the brahmacharis began to make a lot of kheer. However, they did not offer everything to Thakur. Half of the kheer they would hide for themselves in a secret place and only half would be given to the Guru to offer to the Lord. When their Guru would offer both, Mahalakshmi herself would come. She would collect the offering and bring it to the Lord, who was resting in the milk ocean. The different expansions of Mahalakshmi would also